So let's go ahead and do 20 long. I might even do a little bit more. I think I'll do 40 long. So it'd be nice if we could get up that 139 level. I'll do 20 more. That's 60 long. And if we, even if we can just make a couple $1,000 or something, that's fine. But I don't like how we made that lower high right here. I don't like that. May go against us here. We'll get out pretty quick if it does. I think we can get up to this 139 level though. That's not that far. I'd like to at least make 1,000 a day on my options. My goal is 10,000 a day, and I've been hitting that pretty consistent, but I got a late start on my options today, and we're still hanging out in this zone area. It's not a place I want to trade. I want to trade when it breaks out of here, comes back to it, and then I want to take the next long off of that. So until NQ takes off here, we're in trouble. NVIDIA may come back down to that VWAP, which is right here. I think we get up there into profit. We may just go ahead and take it because I don't like how it's doing now. Don't like it at all. We have a bull flag there. I cannot get this thing. I tell you, TOS is just not good to me today. Not at all good. So NQ is trying to push up, but it's staying in that zone. It very well may come down. Now the reason we do next week expiration is because when it starts doing this, if we were on the weeklies, the premiums, I mean, we would be so red right now. It'd be awful. But this allows a little more time to get out of it when we have the chop. Does that make sense to you guys? Right now, we just want to see a good little push, even to the 133 up there would be good. The 133.98, almost 134. Once it gets up in here, I'm just going to put my stop in place and protect a little bit because there's no volume here. NQ is trying to push, but it's not. $1,000 would be good. But we just don't have the volume today. It's just not there. NQ's got to get over that 893 level. Just a good little push up to here would be great, but I think we're going to see the VWAP first. So I just want to get up here and get a stop in place and maybe even just get out of the trade. Because they're just going sideways. You don't want to trade in this area. But when we got in, it was, you know, actually a good place to get in. There we go. Push on up in there. We need a harder push. We need 3 candles like that. We need to break above 133.21. We got to get above that, which would be getting above this gray line. We get above that gray line, then we're going to be in business. Hopefully this will just keep right on pushing, keep on going. It's this trade's $25,000 trade, so we're not really making any money here, not percentage wise, but if we can get a strong push here, NQ's pushing. So NQ, you don't want to get in that until it's got to get over the 907.50. It's got to get over that, then pull back to the 893 area, and then you can get in to the long. I would not get in long here. So there we go. So going up, maybe we can get a push above the 2000 mark here and get our stop in place, and then we can ride it from there. I wouldn't mind just taking 2,000 though, to be honest. I think I'll put there. I'll just take that and just take $2,000 on it. I don't trust it when we have this standard deviation. It can easily pull right back, and we know that NQ is going to pull back. NQ is just not going to rip. It's going to pull back to this area here. So when it pulls back down, then we could go long. And because of that, that's why I took the NVDA out. You know, it may keep on pushing, but you know, we took $2,000 on it. The exact number was $2,081. Does that make sense, guys? Does this help you guys? Just walking you through it, letting you see play by play. So there's NVIDIA, $2,081. And yeah, that's a good trade, you know. That's a real good trade. Now we could have made more, but here's the thing. It's not about taking the full trade. You want to trade these levels. When you hit these levels, see the little pullback there? That could have easily pulled back down to here, and then we could have got in. So we sold at 446, so it's at, you know, roughly almost where we sold at now. So all of this movement in here going sideways has not really give us that much more money. $140 a contract, so it would have been another $700 some dollars. Well, to me, it wouldn't be worth $700 some dollars. Now we're less than what we took. You know, we're not less. We're right back to where we took profit. So what we want is we want to see a pullback, preferably to right here, and then when it starts going up, then we take it. And the same thing goes for this right here. You know, we're going to see a pullback somewhere right in this area. I would think. It may not, but to me, it's not enough to get in. And I'm already up $2,600. So $2,660 is what I'm up on futures right now. I'll post this in the chat. So right now, I'm up $4,600 for the day. That's a lot of money. AA Ron, go over to live stream chat. That's where we. That's where I watch the chat. So if we look at NVIDIA again, So we didn't get in here because see how choppy it was to get to there? This is where you guys lose money. Is you get in this chop fest and you think it's going to go up and then you get stopped out, so then you go short because you think it's going to come down to here. Then you get stopped out again, and then you just keep doing it, and that's where you lose your money. Learn to walk away. See how these candles are just like straight down? Those are good candles to trade. See how these are just like chopped to go to where it's going? Those are not good candles. Right now, once we broke out of this, see how it started going up? But now they're selling that off, and what we want to see is it pull back down to these levels, a good stream like these over here. See how that went straight up? That's what we're looking for, to come back and then to go up. But we can't trade that. It's just not something we can trade. This is where you get all your money lost. And when you have these big old long 1 minute candles, how are you going to trade that? So we're back up to the, made the high of a day. And it's going to the 979.25. It's going to this right here. But, we just made a little more than a double top, but it's really kind of considered a double top. And this will probably pull back. And we're looking at the 893 area, which would be rolling through here. I'd like to see it pull back to here and then rip. So I'd like to see even the 900 area, but I think it'll probably pull. I think it'll probably pull them back. But again, it's just some days it doesn't work the way that you want to trade, and you just don't enter a trade. It would have been nice to have been in this trade, but we didn't know it. We want to see this nice little pullback, and then we want to see a sharp increase up. If it starts doing this right here, it's probably not a good thing. But I think that we will pull back to this area right here. Somewhere between here and here, preferably right here. We have this level right here. So if we can get from right here to right here, this will be the ideal pullback. Where is that line? There it is. See how they're jumbling around right here? These are fake outs. They're going to pull this back. But right here, they're getting all the retail thinking it's going to go ahead and rip up here. And what they're going to do is they're going to pull it on down. They're going to get all these stops. There it goes. There it goes. So all the retail started getting in here, and then you got this little signal here, and they're going to get in and just run it, and then they go ahead and pull it back down. How did I know that? Because I watch charts. This is what they do every day. Do you want a short right here? No. We're in a long trend, so we want to just take longs. We don't want to try to get these little scalps back. The pullbacks is where most people lose a lot of money. Usually about 80% of the pullbacks that they try to get are wrong. See how we pull back in? Right where I told you. And it did exactly what I said right here. Then we might even come back to VWAP, but this right here is where I think that we're going to reverse. Now it's going to go to VWAP, but see there, we did what I said. We're coming right back. So, do we want to get in on this next long right here? No, because now we're back down into where? We're in the VWAP to the level and a lot of levels here, so there might be a lot of chop there. So we're probably, we went right back up into this zone, but since we broke through it, I'm not real eager to go long here. Because now I think what's going to happen is we're going to come back down to here, and it's just going to keep on doing what we did earlier. This is the no trade area, remember? No trade area. Now there's a signal right there. It's probably a good signal, but I'm not doing it because we broke through. If we would have come down to this level or right above it and then took off and got a signal, I would have been more anxious to get in that trade. But since we broke through and we have VWAP this far away, I'm not real excited to get in that. And look what happened to NVDA. We sold right here and we were at 446. That's what we were. But NVIDIA is just going sideways, so I'm not interested in trading it either. And if I look over at my other charts, see what else might be tradable. I was looking at Apple and I forgot about it. Let's look at Apple. So Apple I thought would actually go up today, and it sold off. With Apple selling off and the rest of the market kind of sideways down, I don't expect NQ to be what I want today. Let's see how we went up. We pulled right back into it. We made a higher low here, right? I'm still not interested in getting in this trade. So we have that higher low. Now to me, this probably is going to be a good trade, but we're trading right into this level. Do we trade into a level? Anybody? No. We trade away from the level or to the level, but not at the level. So we don't want to enter here. What if this is a good run, Brad? Well, we just miss it. If this runs up, we may pull back to it, and then if we get another bounce off from it, I would be interested in that long. But quite honestly, right now, the way things are moving, I'm not even interested in trading any of this. It's just, there's no volume to speak of. There's just none there. So I think I'm probably done for the day. I've made $2,081 on options. I've made $2,660 on my live account. So I'm up $4,700. Where are you going to make $4,700 in a day? Where are you going to make it? So we missed this run, and we missed the run on this right here, but is that okay? Yeah. I mean, this personally looked like a good one because we went down, we went up, we pulled back into it, and then launched off from it. So it actually looked like a good one, but I didn't because we have that level there, and we had chopped back over in here. And once we hit this level, and then we pulled back again, so I just wasn't confident to get in that. That'd been a good one if we were in NVIDIA. So let's go back over here and look at, let's go to the 34. We're definitely not going to short NVIDIA, so I'm not too worried about that. I get paid on my dividends tomorrow, $15,700. So do the lines help you? Who in here entered a trade the whole time we've been talking? Who entered a trade? Who and those that never entered a trade, who would have entered a trade and lost money on the trade if they weren't listening? If I don't enter a trade, then probably shouldn't enter one. I'd like to see it come right down to this level and bounce off. But when we look at NQ, you know, NQ did not make a higher high here, did it? Come on, push through. I'd like to see it just rip up to 135. Wouldn't that be great? NQ is struggling right there, trying to get over that high. Let's add 20 more. That's 80 contracts. And hopefully we can get a good rip right here and get our target that we're trying to get. I like 10,000 a day, so I need $5,000 more, but I'm happy making 5. There we go. NQ's trying to push through. If we can get, I don't like that move on NVIDIA. Don't like that at all. It should have pushed right on up through there. It had a little pullback. It's a $31,000 trade. There we go. Come on, baby. Push up. At least get up here to the 135.20 area. It's got to keep pushing. If it don't push through, then we got to get above this 134.79. We get above that, it should keep on pushing. There we go. Keep on going. Push hard. We need the volume to really come in and just push it. It's not pushing hard enough. Yeah, Tesla's on the way down. Tesla's going to 250. Not today, but in time. I like to get my stop in at 2160. And then just let it rip. I think we'll see 135, but I don't like where we are there, so I'm going to just hit my profit there if it'll take. We're right there at that high. Got a good push through. Where's it going to go though? I tell you, the premium's just not moving on NVIDIA. Not like it used to. We're just not getting any, there's no hard push. I don't like what it's doing. Last year I did really well on NVIDIA. I made $500,000 on NVIDIA last year. I invested it in a bunch of property. And I've actually sold one of those properties. And I made like $41,000 off one of those properties that I invested in. And I sold that property. And I invested that money into a dividend stock, MSTY, this week, and I made $15,700 off of that. So I made out of $65,000 that I made on NVIDIA for that property. So I made 65, so it was like a free house. And I'm just going to get out right there. I took $795. I just don't like it. It may drive and be fine, but you know what? I don't like where NQ is, and I don't like how this is doing. So, and it's probably going to rip, and I'm going to regret it, but I don't regret taking profit. So I made $65,000, I made $65,000 on NVIDIA. I put that into a house. I made $41,000, so that makes me making $106,000. I took that money and invested it in a dividend, and tomorrow I get paid. Well, of that $100,000, I will make $8,000 on that. So I just keep. It's kind of like, y'all remember that show where they trade up, and they start off with some low money, and go from there. So see, I was good to get out right there, wasn't I? Did y'all see that? You've got to you got to look at NQ to see what NQ is doing, and you've got to trade these levels. You know, you got to trade them. If we come back over here and look at this again, you know, we had more opportunity to get in here, but I just don't like the volume that we have to trade it. This is just not how I want to trade. And we went right to the R1, and you know, what do we got? We got 22,059 coming up, which we will probably see. But again, it's 10:26. You know, our London sessions are about to end in 30 minutes. And but look, if we would have stayed in there, see, what did I sell that at? I sold it at 403, and right now it's 390. So I did good just to get out of that. And I'm up $3,242 on NVDA. So if we look over here, oops. So this is our chat. So I'm up $2,660 on my live account. I have not made a trade since the live stream. It just didn't feel comfortable. And $3,242 on the options. So that gives me what, $32, $58, $59, about $5,900 today. That's enough money for me. I don't like how this is moving, so I'm just not going to trade anymore. Hello, welcome to Spy Money. I'm going to show you how to get started with the Spy Money strategies and bots. So what you want to do is go to Spy Money LLC right up here. And once you go there, you're going to have different tabs up here that you can look at. You can look at our homepage here. You can see different, like this one right here, no more ghost orders. We've got the Spy Money platform now available. You can see some live trading and so forth. A little bit about me if you want to read about me, and also up here, just to get right to it, if you want to lease Spy Money strategies and bots, you go to the lease program right up here. Once you go here, there's a few things you have to do in order to get a link to be able to join. One thing is I want to make sure everybody understands what they are getting into and what they're leasing and how it all works. So it is $1,300 a month. It is a 30-day lease. And what you have to do here is you have to scroll down and you have to agree to these 14 items. Once you read through this and you agree to it, and the number one thing is SpyBot auto trading bots are not set it and leave it bots. You should never really do that. You should always be there to help manage it. Sometimes we have a lot of volatility that comes in and messes things up, so you need to be there to watch it. But what you want to do is, if you agree to all this, you start from the top, you scroll all the way down here, and you right click and go to copy. Once you go to copy, you come up to contact us, and you want to put in your first name, last name, email, and phone number. If this is not all here, I will not send you the link to do it. Once you are approved, I will send the link. So you right click in here, put in your information, and then click submit, and if approved, then your link will be sent to you. So we're going to go back to the lease program. I'm going to show you a little bit about that. And down toward the bottom, it's just showing what you're going to get. You're going to get the auto trading bots. We actually have another one coming out. I'm still working on, but probably just between those two. Coaster does an exceptional job. The Avenger is something just a little different. We may or may not release, but the Coaster is all you need. Then we also have some indicators. We have more indicators than this in the Spy Money package, but I don't have them listed yet. But these are the main ones that you need, and they work very well. Here's some frequently asked questions. Read through these. I'm sure that your question is probably answered here. If not, go to contact us and send me a message. And if you need to speak to me, just put your phone number, when's a good time, and I'll try to work it in the schedule and give you a shout. And if you have any questions or anything, you let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you. You can go through these tabs up here. We do have a VPS program. We partnered up with someone. We found it better to let them do VPS and us do strategies, bots, and indicators. But if you click on here, the medium one is all you really need. You can do the others if you like, but the medium is all you need. So you can go up here. You can look at funded accounts. We have different prop firms that we recommend. And once you click on there, there's 3 of them here. You can click on those. It'll take you to each one of them. They all have their pluses and minuses, and there's some coupons down here. I personally like the static. At BluSky has a 300,000 static, and I think for the money it's probably the best deal. There's no trailing drawdown. You just don't lose $5,000. That's the only rule, really. And there is a consistency rule. I think it's 30%, I believe it is. But anyway, just click on there. You can read about it. Take Profit is a pretty decent one. Apex as well. Apex has up to 20 accounts. So if you're just trying to get maybe a couple $100 a day per account, multiply that by 20, then that's a lot of money. So look through those. Pick the one that you like. Read through their rules and so forth. They change frequently, so it's best to just read through what they have. Again, you go up to the lease program. Once you go up here, you're going to be able to send that information to me, and this is a little video that shows how to do it as well. But once you send this to me, if approved, you can get started really quick, and $1,300 a month is the only thing that you pay. And we do have our own platform, which works really well. Have any questions, let me know.